Alright, on today's training, we want to focus on how to earn $1,000 to $20,000 monthly as a realtor in Nigeria. So if your aim or your desire is to earn $1,000 to $20,000 monthly as a realtor in Nigeria, you have to pay close attention to today's training. My name is Saint Ogude. Right, I will be your lead facilitator for today's program. Right, this program is powered by Milano Properties Limited. All right, so first of all, before we move on, I want to welcome you specially to today's program. So you are welcome specially. And another thing I would like you to do right away is to hit the subscribe button right now. So if you're if you are watching us from YouTube, make sure you subscribe and you forward this to your friends and anybody you want to gift $1,000 to $20,000. Right? Anybody you desire, you wish to be earning $1,000 to $20,000 monthly. Please kindly forward, share this training with them. Alright, so if you are on Facebook or Instagram, kindly follow us because we bring valuable training every Thursday your way. So that is one of the reasons you should subscribe and share the program with other people also. Alright, so how to earn $1,000 to $20,000 monthly as a realtor in Nigeria. Now we're going to look at it from the perspective of understanding buyer personas in real estate business. Right, it's very critical. You know, so many people went into real estate selling products, land, houses, without understanding who their ideal client is. So that is the reason. And if you able to master this, who your ideal customers really are, you find out that earning money monthly from real estate as a realtor become very easy. So our agenda for today's program is number one is why buyers persona matters in real estate. Then secondly, we're going to look at the key characteristics of a buyer persona. Then we'll look at how buyer persona can boost your earning as a realtor. Then next one, we're going to look at the steps to create buyer personas for Nigeria real estate, and finally we look at using persona to drive more sales. Then we'll move to question and answer session. After that, we'll call it a day. Alright, so make it real quick. Right, first of all, we're going to look at what buyer persona mean. What does that mean? Right, so buyer personas are detailed profiles that represent your ideal clients based on market research. So when we talk about buyer persona, we actually mean the detailed profiling of your ideal client through market research. If you are starting a business newly, you don't have existing clients, so one of the ways to actually get this profiling is through market research. You research the company that are already doing what you want to go into, right? The kind of property you want to sell. Who are the people that are already selling such property in the market space? So you research about those people, those realtors, their customers, who is their customer, their age, and every detail about their customer. So you can get that from market research. Or if you're already selling, right, you already have customer base, you can get that information from your real data, the ones you have. Look at everybody that are bought from you. Look at them, write their name, their age, their occupation, their annual income, and all of that. That will now give you a clear picture of those. You find out that it will form a pattern, right? And insight about your actual customer base. So these details is what buyer persona really mean. So let's look at the key elements of buyer persona. What are the key elements? We have about 6 of them, so I don't want this to be very lengthy, so I'm going to move very fast. Right, the key elements or the characteristics of buyer persona. Number 1 is the demographics. Right, when we talk about demographic, that means we're talking about the age, the gender, the location, the income, educational level, occupation. This is your ideal customer, or these people you want to sell to. These people you are providing solution to. You are selling this house to, or this your ideal customer, that the people that need to buy this house. What is their age, their gender, location, their income, their educational level, their occupation? So a practical example is Mr. John is 40 years old, a businessman living in Lagos. His earning is $100 annually. So you can convert that to Naira. Alright, so that is a typical profiling of your demographic, the demographic of your ideal customer. So these people of category, the age is 40 years, business people, right, their annual earning is around $100,000 annually. Alright, so the second one is the goal and objective. What is the goal of these people? What is the personal main goal when buying this property? What is the reason why Mr. John want to buy this property? What is his own reason? Right, you need to know what is his goal, right? So are they looking for family home or investment property or home for vacation? Right, anytime they travel to Lagos, what place they can stay before they leave, instead of staying in the hotel. That is the reason they want to buy. So when they are not there, they can use it for other business. Or the reason they want to buy it is for investment purpose. They want to sell, and they want to buy a home for some time and sell. Or they want to live on this house as a family home. Right, so example is John is looking for a high-end apartment in the city around Lekki as an investment. So that is a goal, right? Then the third characteristics or the element of a buyer persona is the challenges and pain points. What is the obstacle? What obstacles or challenges do they face when buying real estate? Are they concerned about price, location, safety, or future return on investment? These are very critical questions. These are very critical things you must look at. Most people, just when somebody contact them that if you contact most renters that you want to buy a house from them or a land, the next thing they will start bombarding you with the features of that property. They will care to know why do you really, what are your people, what are the challenges, what might likely arises that will make you not to buy. Right? Are you looking for the safety of the property? And if you are in Nigeria right now, especially Lagos, the topmost priority of a prospective client right now is the safety of their property. If I buy this land, if I buy this house, is it safe for me? Next 30, 20 years, will the government come after my property? That is your number one priority right now. The obstacles of challenges that is making many people to hold back. Right? Some then tribal issues, some fed. If they buy property in a particular tribe, city, they might lose the property. So those fears. So you must be able to identify them and provide solutions. So the price, what price range, right, are they actually looking for? What location, the safety of the property, then the future return for those that are buying it. If I buy it now, in the next 10 years, if I want to sell, like how much can I sell this house? So example is that John is worried about finding a property in a location with high rental yield. So John wants to buy a property that he will put, he will be getting rental income from. So he is actually looking for a property where he will buy this property, and the property will not be idle, because there are some locations you have property, you even pay people to take care of that property for you. Example is that property you built in your village. Alright, so number 4, we're looking at the buying behavior. The buying behavior. So how do they typically research and make decisions about property purchase? These are the clients. How do they find out information? Do they move from one rental to another, or do they use the internet? Do they rely on their friends' information? So, do they prefer online research or property tour? Would they want you to have full discussion about the property online, or would they want virtual tour or physical tour, or working closely with an agent? So you need to know. So example is that John liked to do extensive online research and compare property before reaching out to an agent. So if your ideal customers are those that really want to search for property online, get all the information they need, right? First, that means you will also need to be online, providing enough information for your ideal client. Alright, so the 5th one is preferred communication channel. Which channel, what method do they use to communicate? Do they prefer email? Do they prefer phone call or messaging app? Right, so example is John preferred detailed email communication and occasionally in-person meeting. Right, there are some clients that want you to come to their office. There are some clients that want to book a physical meeting before they can have quality conversation around that property. There are some other clients, they don't want to see you, they just want you to send them an email, detail everything, send a detail of everything about the property, and they are fine, right? So the ones you are looking for, are they the ones that want email or the ones that want physical meetings? And all of that. It's not what you want, it's what your ideal customer wants that you do. Right? Then number 6, which is the last one, is that the lifestyle and the interests. What are the interests and the lifestyle preferences? This help you suggest property that fit their personal lifestyle and need. You know, there are some people that like to go out, right? That enjoy going out, or there are some other one that enjoy staying indoor, right? So you need to know their preferences. This will help you to recommend. So example is John enjoy upscale amenity and prefer property close to business district and living luxury, right? So you want to place that's close to outdoor game and all of that. So you need to understand what that is. So let's take a summary of them. So the key element or the key characteristics of a buyer persona is demographic, goal and objective. Why do they want to buy? We'll talk about demographic, their age, occupation, their location, the profile, all of that. Then secondly, the goal. What is the reason behind them buying this? They buying it to live or for an investment? And 3, we talk about the challenge and pain point. What are those obstacles that will make them not to buy? Right, you need to know that will make them like not to buy. Then 4, their buying behavior. 5, preferred communication challenge, which challenge the email, in-person, phone call. And 6, the lifestyle. And then the ones that like going outing, go for outing, or the ones that like to stay in-house. So you need to know all of this. So these are the characteristics of buyer persona. So the next one is going to blow your mind. Let's look at the benefit. What is the benefit of all of these things? It's the sense you'll be telling us, oh, I want to make $1,000 to $20,000 every month, and you're telling me about buyers persona. What is the benefit? The benefits, number 1, is that it helps you in a tailored marketing. It allows you to create more personalized and effective marketing message that resonates with specific client. You know, one of the mistake most realtors make is that they send generalized message to everybody. So for example, I want to market a medical doctors. I will have my message that is going to medical doctor will be different from the message that is going to IT guru, will be different from the message that is going to the guys working the oil and gas. It will be different from those in diaspora. You see now. So if you know your buyer persona, it will help you to tailor your message. You cannot use the same message for everybody, and that will help you to personalize your marketing message to the category of people. Secondly, the benefit you get from knowing this is that you focus lead generation. It will help you to identify and focus on lead that match your ideal buyer. So this will reduce time wasted on unqualified prospects. You find out that when you know exactly the category of people that you want, it will help you to focus on those people. You will not just generate lead, and at the end of the day, they are not converting. And then thirdly, a better client engagement. It will help you to be able to address the specific pain points. If you know what is their pain point, their challenges, right? For example, there are some particular tribe right now in Nigeria that don't want to buy houses. Majority of them, they are skeptical in making any purchase of property in particular states. So if you know that this is their challenge, you will know how to tailor your message, how to address that. Now see, if you are buying a property for investment, you don't really want to look at that because it's an investment. You buy, you want to sell. So you buy it, you hold it. Because if you go and buy it in your village, in your state, it might not appreciate. So it will help you to address their specific pain point and provide real solution, right? That will increase and that will boost your sales. And the last one benefit I want to mention is that it improves sales performance, right? Having the understanding of your client goals, why do they want to buy, their preferences, right? Their challenges. You can recommend that they are more likely to close the deal. Your recommendation will match their paper, will match their concern, and what that matches, they will buy. But if you don't, we are giving them property that is different from the reason they want to buy. They will buy from you, right? So you see why this will increase your sales performance. This will improve your sales performance if you actually master it. So the next thing I want to do right now, I want to show you how to apply it so that you can do it yourself, right? So let's look at the application of this buyer persona, what we just mentioned now. It's going to get more interesting here now. So how you can use the buyer personas to sell a high value property. Let's assume a property worth 100 million naira, right? Maybe a house or a land, whichever one you place. So the first step is going to be, you are going to identify your ideal buyer persona. That is the first thing you need to do. You don't just jump up and start marketing anybody you see on the road. Right? The first thing, right, after now that you have the knowledge of this buyer persona now, the first thing you need to do is to get a detailed profile of your ideal customer. So give the property value. So with 100 million, that means your buyer is likely a high net worth individual or investor, right? Agree? Right, so we start by creating a detailed buyer persona that captures the key traits, such as we're going to look at, such as the demography. So the demography here, are going to look at, remember the house is 100 million, on the land is 100 million, right? So the demographic, we said demographic, we're talking about the age, the income, occupation, and location, right? These are the key part of demographics, right? So example is a 45 years old CEOs of Lagos-based tech firm, earning over 50 million naira annually. So the age here, we're talking about 45 years old. Income, we're talking about 15 million naira annually. Occupation, we're looking at those CEOs in tech industry. Then location, Lagos, the ones that are living in Lagos. You see that it gives you a clarity. You have clarity of this if you are able to do this right. Remember, you can either do it from your real data you already have, or you can get this from market research and insight from other people's your competitors. Right? The goal. What is the goal here? Why the person want to buy? Why these people, your buyer, personal, your prospective client? What is their reason? For personal use, investment. Some of them is both personal use and investment together. They want to stay after some time when they are moving out, they sell, right? Instead of keeping the money back. Right? Example is seeking a luxury home with high resale value or an investment property with potential for rental income. So I'm giving you a practical scenario of the goal I just explained. Then let's move to the third one, which is the challenges. What are the challenges or the pain point of this ideal customer, this guy, 40 years, 45 years, CEO of tech? Like, what is their likely concern? So what are their concerns about buying, and are they worried about safety, security, location, return on their investment, or hidden costs? So example is that they are concerned about buying a property in a prime location with guaranteed safety. They don't want to buy land today, tomorrow government will demolish that property, so they need a safety work and guarantee safety for their property. So which area, how can you guarantee that is through the documentation? By presenting the documentation that the Lagos state government or whichever state government actually approved this building, right, or this land. So the security, and the security is the place secured, or the place is secure where there are no kidnappers and all of that, stealing and all that thing. Then the future acquisition, this place will appreciate rapidly. So that's a practical scenario. Then preferred communication. How does this buyer prefer to be communicated? Right, through email, through person, or through virtual tour. Example is that they prefer in-person property tour, so they would like to come for physical inspection. So you have to make those arrangements. As you are getting the lead, you are arranging your arrangements for them to come for physical inspection, and when they are there, your presentation, be able to detail the financial breakdown, the property acquisition in the next 5 years, next 10 years, all those projections. Alright, so step number 2, you are going to tailor your message to this approach. You already know, now you are aware of the age of the people, you know their income, their occupation, and you know the location they are living, and you know their goal, why they want to buy, you know the challenges they are facing, their fears and worry, right? And you already know the communication channels that you want to communicate. So it's not easier for you to tailor your message, your marketing message, right? So once you understand the buyers, you cannot customize your sales and marketing approach to appeal to them. You see, so many people copy other people's message, and they are selling different property. They say, oh, I like this message, just copy it. Without doing this, you find out that that same message that is converted for that Rector A will not convert for Rector B, right? Even some amateur digital marketer will just go out there, copy message, generic message, trying to use it to market for a different product because he converted for company A doesn't mean to convert for you. So highlight the key selling point that resonates with the ideal client now that you know. So example is that this 5-bedroom luxury villa located in a segregated community Chevron environment, it offers private access to recreational facility and proximity to Lagos business hub, making it the preferred choice for high individuals seeking for both comfort and investment value. You see that? So this message now is a solution to what we are able to find out and above. So it's not generic for everybody. So high quality marketing material, like you use professional photos, right? Try and get professional. If you are selling to high network individual, the picture should be very clear and nice, right? Virtual tours, also arrange video that showcase the property luxury features like maybe the kitchen, the lighting and all of that, the room, spacious room, the seat room and all of that. You must make sure your pictures or your video capture that. Then the targeted ad, run digital marketing campaign that specifically target high income individuals. Use social media platforms like LinkedIn, like Instagram, Facebook, right? Google Ads That also help. Then target the relevant interest, the luxury living, the investment. So those are the main pain points. The safety of the property, all of that. Make sure you capture that. So step 3 is to offer tailored solution. Now that you know their pain points, make sure what you are offering match it. Right? For example, there are a category of people that want to buy it for investment. So your message should be on investment. So example is based on market trend, the property has experienced 10% year-on-year appreciation. If it's for somebody that is buying property for an investment, you want to know if 1 year time, how much will this property be? How much will be return on my investment and all of that. So you must capture that okay, you'll be making this 10 million naira annually from this property by 100 million, right? So we want to have those clarity. But if somebody that wants to live on that property, he might not really focus might not really be on the income that's coming because he's living there. So it might be the features, the luxury, and all of that. So the emphasis of somebody that wants to live on the house is different from the person that wants to use it for investment. So for that person that wants to live there, you emphasize on the lifestyle, the benefits, close to schools, close to business hall, and close to. So example is that it's just situated a minute away from Lagos Top International School, high-end shopping mall, fine dining. This property is designed for lifestyle and luxury. You see now the message for investors and those that want to live in the house, you can see it's different. Alright, so step number 4, you build trust and personal connection. So showcase your expertise. Nobody wants to buy a house from amateur rental because everybody that wants to buy an expensive house wants to buy from somebody that can guide them right out. Lead them, not to mislead them. So if you show the element of you are not professional, you are lacking knowledge, yes, knowledge gap between, especially for the investors. If there is a knowledge gap, you are not telling them those things they want to hear. Maybe you are not able to provide them properly, and you need to be able to. Maybe they want to buy for investment, and you are not showcasing luxury for them. You will lose them. All right, and also if they want to buy it they want to stay, and you are not showing those features, you are not showing them, you will also lose them. So that is where your professionalism comes, your ability to be able to figure out their goal, their pain point, and match it, right, and show knowledge, right, show market research, insights, right, track record of your successful transaction. So people you've sold to or your organization have sold to, right, be able to show that. So that is step number 5. Then focus on closing. Once we are able to display all of this, the next is to close. Tell them make sure you don't start with it, because most renters, when we say, oh, you can use urgency to close, you see, most renters, they have not presented value. They are not telling you it's only one plot or one house that live, if you don't pay now, this. They don't even know what you want. They are telling you they want to buy it. Then go and sell, you will lose the customer too. So you must take them on the journey of knowing what they want, their goals and all of that, before you come into this place to pull them to close them. If not, you also lose them. Right, so if the property is a high desirable area or market trend, shows an increase in value. Right, communicate the urgency of purchasing it now to avoid missing out and all of that. So you can push that. So let's look at have your question. So at this point, if you don't subscribe, I think this is the right time for you to subscribe and also forward the training to some other person. Drop your question and let's answer them. So before you go, the Non-Property Limited have an exciting opportunity for you on how you can earn 2.4 million naira commission by referring just a client to buy with a pack. How to say congratulations in advance. you want to know more, just WhatsApp us on 081137725152. Right. For you to join my